hit that like and subscribe button before you forget.
In this. Yeah.
Boy, just think when we can all afford crews to do all this stuff, and we can just sit back and be important.
Is that how it,
drink and talk?
That's the progression?
Yeah. That's,
just be important?
That's the goal, dude.
just be
drinking.
Important?
Well, we'll be important because what we'll be doing is drinking and talking.
And that's it.
Yeah, we'll have a Jamie to pull things up for us,
Have people come up with topics for you, and you just act like.
Just come in the office, pop a couple ibuprofens.
You just act like Sean Hannity, and you stayed up 24 hours researching all this.
Yeah, digging, mining all the data. That is not my beer.
Yeah, it is.
No, that's not.
Did you have?
Do
we have?
Oh, that's very.
Maybe I was drinking
like
yours.
Rotten fruit rind.
Is that more like yours?
You know what I didn't realize?
Yeah.
That gets in the way of your drinking, doesn't it? Mike.
No.
That's okay.
That's sweet, but no, that won't.
As long as you're getting good audio, it doesn't matter, right?
That's cute. Not a chance.
That's not what happens there. Do what? What'd you said?
I've already forgotten.
Awesome. Cool. This will roll on smoothly.
Anyway, we're running.
We are running. Twofold, double banger.
So we've covered weather today.
Oh, we've covered nothing yet, have we?
Yeah.
Isn't
we
this
covered
just
weather.
now starting? Oh,
yeah.
We covered weather. That's right.
So Kirkley's here with us.
He is.
And you're with.
What's happening, folks? Glad to be here. Studio on the spot. Here we are.
We record everything.
Mobile studio.
So Kirkley's helping us with some studio on the spot.
I had an opportunity to switch to portrait.
He's got a nice van out there about, I don't know.
Portrait, Kirk.
50 feet away or so.
Bam. That was beautiful.
And he's got a rolling studio to help us with these podcasts and videos. And I think you tell me you've got a couple of people that you do on a routine basis already, a lawyer and then a crotchety old man that likes to get his opinion out there.
He's 93.
Wow.
He's been around longer than the lollipop. That's the truth.
I might interrupt my drinking.
I mean, dude, and the guy is healthy. He walked into the Starbucks like solid. I'm going, wow.
There's actually a lot of people that do that.
Long, I don't think.
Really, actually, a lot of people that did that.
I wouldn't want to be.
And no, healthy.
Yeah.
Do it healthy. Yeah, be some decrepit. Any other descriptions? These are dang. Dang, dude. That's
a.
So we can put the
93 and healthy. Does he talk about lollipops?
No, I actually learned that the lollipop was the last time the Cubs won the World Series was before the lollipop was invented. That's how I learned about that. So I was like, wow, that's a brutal analogy to the Cubs.
Yeah.
Until they won a few years ago.
Yeah.
Which, there's a few events where I remember exactly where I was. We know the obvious one, never forget, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows where they were that day.
Yep.
In that minute. But there's another one for me is when the Cubs won. So a lot of my family's from Chicago.
Oh, nice.
And
Bartman, right? You remember Bartman, right? Isn't he the one that took the ball away from Moses Alou when they had their first chance of winning the World Series?
I don't know. I don't remember that. I just remember when they won a few years ago.
Okay.
I was in Winnipeg, though. -2-degree weather in October.
yes.
Brutal. Anyway.
We covered some of that on the other podcast because now we have two podcasts.
Yeah, Steve Bartman on October 14th, 2003.
I don't even know. Yeah.
That's when Moises Alou played left field for them, and they were in the World Series. And they were, I can't remember what, they were playing the Florida Marlins in 2003 when the Marlins won it. And it was, I remember it was a contested World Series. And it was going to be the second out, I think, of the inning, late in the game, and Steve Bartman reached his hand out and knocked the ball away from Moises Alou, and then bat continued, and
like the guy had
Marlins went on to win the game.
He had death threats, right?
Yeah, he had to leave the city.
Was bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like the kicker for the Bears last year or 2 years ago. Remember that guy? He couldn't get a field goal to save his life.
With
Chicago. That city's gone to hell in a handbasket.
Anyway, so that was in 2003. Chicago was leading 3-0 in the 8th inning and held a 3-2 lead. And then the Marlins went on to win the World Series after that.
Wow.
And I think, I mean, he got ran out of town, and destruction of Bartman ball, Bartman seats. Anyway, he had a hard life in Chicago for a minute, and then he had to move somewhere. I want to say he moved to Alaska or some shit like that. So, but anyway,
As many often do.
story for another time.
Hard life.
They were already
Chi-town,
rabid.
moved to Alaska.
I mean, you were already 90 years. When did they win the World Series? Prior to that,
Before the lollipop.
Oh, before
1903.
the
or so?
lollipop wasn't invented yet.
Yeah, 1903 or so. So it had been 100 years at that point in time, and
So I was telling Elijah just real quick side note, just so you know, we could do this and do a live stream for like friends, whoever, and they could get call-ins.
Yes.
We have the studio phone number. So anyway, just want to throw that out there in the future.
Beans.
And I would be more prepared for the mobile side. Didn't think we were going to be remote, but we can pull it off. So you were talking about the feel important thing. Something I wanted to. I love this saying in hospitality, but I think Maya Angelou has it. Everybody wears an invisible sign around their neck that says "Make me feel important."
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And if you, not to get into something too serious or deep, but if you are in a service business of any kind and you have a client that makes you feel important, or you make your client feel important, that's like insurance times 10 in protecting your retention and maintaining and holding a client.
Yeah. It's all about service.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
Yep.
people like to be treated right, and they'll gladly pay. Giving a discount doesn't mean you feel important.
Oh yeah.
It's just they're happy to pay. They just want to be they want to feel good. They'll pay more for it.
yeah.
The adage of like it doesn't matter what your product may be, what you're selling is you.
Absolutely.
It doesn't.
It goes on to that whole relationship thing that we were pinging on last time.
Yeah,
Where?
we should.
When I'm very adamant back at the country club, in the server speech and diction classes. Obviously, I didn't take it because I can't talk. But just hammered relentlessly. My pleasure.
Yeah.
Not you're welcome. It's my pleasure. Not entirely my pleasure. 2 words.
Mm-hmm.
My pleasure.
Where do you hear that all the time?
Finish.
Chick-fil-A.
Right, goes on Sundays.
Uh-huh.
Do you know where that comes from, though?
It came from my director of operations at
What business?
that was the country club.
So
Yeah.
that was originally from the Ritz-Carlton
Right?
training program, circa the 70s.
Sounds like a Zig Ziglar sort of kind of then that of the day of that type, that nature of behavior and service.
You know, that's another thing too that they do now. This is old news 10 years ago, but being in the limo business, the keynote speaker was the head of hospitality of Ritz-Carlton for the limo convention that year. It's out in Vegas, and that's a shit show. Get all the limo operators in the world in one big area or one spot in Vegas, buddy.
Yeah.
No sleep.
Yeah.
But anyways, with that though, learned a lot on that, and part of it was every employee, team member, whatever they are, has a $2,000 allowance to do whatever they need to do right then and there with you as a customer, as a guest at the hotel. If you have a problem, I don't need to talk to anybody. I can handle it directly. That's really cool. It gives, first of all, employees also want to feel important.
Sure.
And it gives them pride to go, you know what, I am important because I can spend up to $2,000 without talking to my boss.
Right.
And do whatever I need to do right now. And what does it also do to the guests? They don't have to go through the rigmarole and the BS of Jesus, like And that's what makes.
Lets them
that's
be
the industry,
more
you know,
them
people
rather
eat
than have
bugs and
them having to
it's
step
cool.
in
Yeah.
and be your boss. They can just keep being them. You're handling it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a science, but it's simple. I don't have it perfected by any means. I'm not trying to convey it like I do. It's just that I love it though. Just the more you learn by it, you just kind of you can just practice that more organically. The
Right.
more you get like I've always had a little penchant with it anyway, making people feel
Shant.
penchant.
Penchant.
Try to get
Penchant.
fancy.
Hold on. Let me give us
Vernacular.
Look that up,
is
Jamie. Penchant.
P-E-N-C-H-A-N-T. I think. What if it means like, I don't know, something totally close.
It's a strong or habitual liking for something or tendency to do something.
Penchant.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a good word.
So it's
Out in the Southwest, we say
Yeah.
penchant.
penchant.
Patrick
Yeah.
has, this is the example used in a sentence. Patrick has a penchant for adopting stray dogs.
There you go. Or a penchant. A penchant.
penchant.
Or
penchant
rabbit
is
dogs.
something you
Penchant.
should have when you retire.
This is a little rabid.
A few of them a little crazy there.
Penchant. Someone's
I
got it.
forgot where I was going to segue. I don't think I was actually going to segue. I think I was just going to add two. Then I got confused.
Or left turn. It's the thing with him. You never know
It
if it's
gets
a
better the more we drink.
segue or a left
Well,
turn.
Well, well,
So, in your business, Elijah, for example, what do you obviously other than you need to be profitable, etc. But what's like your niche or your focus on just as a business owner to business owner combo? Like, what is your like what's your spark or your focus to making you build your business and what are you proud of on it?
Oh, thank you. Really, I think I feel like it's our culture. We have, my business partner and I, we're longtime friends. And we're fraternity brothers. We went to school together. And we have a pretty close, we have a really close relationship. It's one to be able to get, it's a marriage being with a business partner, right?
absolutely.
Yeah, it is every bit as complicated and hard to navigate sometimes. And
How long have you guys been in business together?
8 years now.
All right, so you've already been through the hurdles.
We've been through some
Pretty
big,
massive ones, yeah.
big struggles and then some hurdles, and now we're on the opposite side of it where we're doing
Broke
okay,
through it, good.
and it's a constant negotiation and finding compromise and where
It
he
is
wants
just like being
wants
married.
he go.
It's another relationship.
two
And
guys on set of tax breaks.
yeah, they're going to get.
That's
they're
when
just
you
gonna-
know.
They get all the.
You have a K1, right?
The tax break is they just get all your taxes.
Yeah.
They just get whatever money you save. They just get a portion of it. That's the tax
Suck
break.
it all in. Suck it all in.
But I think our culture, the friendship that he and I have, create a culture of kind of relaxed and flexibility for empowerment on the lower level too. We don't have a huge team anymore, but we do have a team that has the flexibility and they understand that they can make decisions. Corey being one of them, Whitney being the other, that I would consider our outdoor or on-site leadership team.
The foreman, so to speak.
Yeah, Brooke being inside, she has the flexibility. She really keeps the operations running on the inside, and they have the flexibility to be able to make those decisions. Like the guy that's got the $2,000 budget. Now we don't give them each $2,000 to go spend. We
Right,
don't
it's
have
all
that.
ready to go.
Yeah, it's all relative.
5.
They
I'll
can
need a
make-
receipt.
Bear down hard for
Yeah,
copies.
yeah, really squeeze that one out.
We're relaxed in how we operate and how we see things. I'm very chill demeanor with whether it's a problem or whether it's something that they need or they have the opportunity to incorporate that into their lives. They take off when they need to take off. So most of the time they don't take advantage of that.
Right.
They take care of the customer on the back end within reason, how they feel like that needs to be taken. They keep us, and they don't hide it from us. They give us some insight of what's going on, and as soon as something gets escalated to us, we talk about it. We don't lose our shit if something happens, they didn't do anything right. We talk through the issue, and so, well, this is what we could have done better, right? And move forward better as a team. And overall, that culture, I think, extends to the customer base as well. They get that relaxed sense of customer service and flexibility for them to be able to resolve the issue, but I think that's reflected in Whitney and Corey and Brooke externally as well, because they listen to the customer and they're like, yeah, whatever. No, you can't do that. You know, they have like real conversations that we would have with Corey, Brooke, or Whitney about what's going on and how you problem solve, but they also have real conversations with the customer as well. Like hey, we're trying to be your friend in this situation and show you, yes, we can help you with it, but it's going to cost you money, but it's not without saying it's not our fault. This is the problem. This is why it is. Instead of just some big box people, True Green we can use because that is the Goliath in our industry.
Who?
Yeah.
There you go.
That is a problem that has been conveyed to us time and time again, and why they wanted at least somebody they can talk to. How do you keep that consistent as you grow? I don't know, because we have a hard time answering the phones as it is. But as we grow, you can't just hire another $50,000, $60,000, $80,000 employee just to answer phones. But if your customer just wants somebody to talk to, whether it's new or existing, then is it worth that $2,000 per employee to make sure that customer keeps coming back or doesn't go anywhere? I don't know. But anyway, to sum it up,
a little burden